Okay, this will be lesson 1, topic B. Okay, let's talk a little bit about navigating Microsoft Project. First thing we start with that, launch the application. If you don't know how to do that, check with somebody or let me know and I'll talk you through it. Again, launch the application. And from after we launch it, we'll be able to do some basic features within the program. We can create a project. We can present projects. We can manipulate the projects to adjust the plan or whatever we need. We can manage the project. And finally, we can use it to analyze the project, how we're doing, right? Give us some metrics. All this happens with a project. Okay, this is at the actual start screen for Microsoft Project Standard. In the book, you'll see what it looks like, the start screen for Microsoft Project Professional. This is the one we're supposed to be using. I don't know why the book got it wrong. We're working on getting that corrected. But let's just go with this for a bit. This is the start screen. So we got is different things that are important. You got the quick access toolbar. You got the tabs. You got the tell me, which is a help function. Your group, your command, your view or report label, status bar, view shortcuts, and zoom slider. And we'll go over all of these. Now, if you click on the quick access toolbar, and this is your first project, this is what's going to pop up. You got that save icon. You also get that drop-down menu. Go ahead to your project and click that drop-down menu, see what happens. Now go ahead and check off the different options on that drop-up menu. And what you'll see is your quick access toolbar will add an icon for that. So these are some of the options you have, right? You got save as, you can print, email. There's a bunch of them you can do, okay? Just go ahead and click on it. Just play with it. You can't hurt it. Just click on it and play with it. Okay, next, go back to your project and click on the tabs. Those are the ones just below the quick access toolbar. You'll see you have different, and we'll go into these in detail, by the way, so I'm not going to spend much time. But you got file, different task. That's where you enter your task. Resources that you have, what type of report you want, your project, different types of views. Some of it says a Gantt chart is the standard, but there are other types of views. This says team, but you probably have help come up. That's an important tab. And then you got the format. And the other one you like is tell me what you want to do. So if you run into trouble, just click in there, hey, I want to change, like say, the time frame from days to hours, or from hours to minutes. Just type that in. It'll pop up and tell you how to do that. But this is the tabs. Again, I want to emphasize that tell me slot. Go ahead and type in tell me how to start a new project. Start a new project and see what comes up, okay? Next, hit on the group look at that group things. So you got the task. Go ahead and click on that. You can see you got different types of things. You got a task, you got reoccurring task. And then there's a couple more, summary and milestones. We'll get into this later, but this is how you keep track of your project. Make sure you're going to hit the key milestones to keep your project on time and on budget. Go ahead and just click on those, take a quick look, but we'll get into detail later in the course. Okay, now click on the command button, right? This is literally how you drive the project. So you can actually go in there, you can look at information, click on that, you can see you can keep track of how far you're complete on the individual task. You can put in other information. You can make notes if you want, click on the notes. You can get some details in there. But literally, this is where you actually drive the project. This is during the execution. You can make things happen. The view or report label, that just tells you what we're looking at. In this case, it says Gantt chart, because this is what a Gantt chart looks like, and we'll get into what that is. But there are other views you can look at. But this is the Gantt chart, and it tells you that on the side, so you never lose track of what you're looking at. The status bar, just go ahead and take a look at that. You should have on yours that we're going to enter the task manually. Click that pop-up window, and you can see you can have that automatically enter task, right? And then again, we'll get into that, but this is the status bar. In your view shortcuts, go ahead and play with that. You can look at different things. You got the Gantt charts, which is the default, but you can also look at resources, tasks, and it'll automatically uh, report that, how you're doing on your resources, how you're doing on your task. And you can look at that very quickly just by clicking on these shortcuts. And the last thing I want to look at is that zoom slider. Go ahead and play with that. You can see that we go from basically, it doesn't zoom like make things bigger. Uh, what it does, it'll zoom in on time. So you can go like from years to years to years, 5 years, down to almost the nearest minute. I think it goes down to 2 hours. That'll be the label. But that's what the zoom slider does. It lets you know detailed time slots. You can go from, like I said, years down to the minute. Zoom slider. Go ahead and play with it. See what you think. Okay, this is activity 1-2. Navigating the Microsoft project. Again, we went through this during the PowerPoint, but let's do a little bit more formally. What we want to do is do all these things on the list. And if it says anything about the ribbon, don't worry about that one. It's not part of the standard. So what we want to do is navigate Microsoft project, do these various things. I'm going to make a video where I walk through these. But try it on your own first. Try it on your own first. Work together. Again, it's the flip technique. And what I found is if you try it on your own instead of just copying what I do, you'll learn a little bit more than what you want about project by just stumbling into things. So give it a shot at first, and then afterwards watch the video that I make. Good luck.